Good evening, everybody. How are we all doing? 11th of October 2012 here in the UK. As you already know, last night in the US was the premiere of CW's new DC Comics superhero TV show titled Arrow, based on the DC Comics character, of course, Green Arrow himself. And it stars Stephen Amell, Katie Cassidy, and pretty much a massive host of other cast members as well. I'm just going to jump straight to it. I've just watched it just now because I did tell people I wasn't going to be able to watch it when it was airing in the US. So I've just not long been home from work, and I've watched it, and wow, what a good start to the series. Already I think it has lived to the hype. I mean, I've been reading reviews, previews, even interviews. I've seen some of the pictures, I've seen some of the trailers as well, and it definitely lives up to the hype. Okay, I mean, here we have I've read Green Arrow Year One, and elements of that are in this first episode, in the pilot episode. Quickly tell you, Greg Berlanti and I can't remember if it's Anthony Kreisberg or Andrew Kreisberg, I'll have to look him up now, and also Mark Guggenheim are all responsible for bringing Arrow to the small screen, as you would like to call it. And it really is just wow, is all I'm going to say. I'm very I'm pleased with it. So yeah, it's it definitely does. Yeah, Andrew Kreisberg, Greg Berlanti, and Mark Guggenheim, as I said. Now, these guys have all worked with like DC related stuff in the past. I think Greg, obviously, and Mark Guggenheim both worked on the very not popular Green Lantern movie, but and even Kreisberg has done a few things himself in the past as well for DC. Now, let's just cut to the chase. Okay, Oliver Queen was marooned on an island, believed dead by everybody, for 5 years. He's come back, and people are surprised, happy, shocked, unsure as to why he's still alive. We meet his mother, Moira Queen, who is played by Sugar. I can try and find out who she's played by. Just give me a moment here, okay? I'm getting there. God, it doesn't really give much of the cast in here, but anyway, sorry. But yeah, his mother is very happy to see him, and I say very happy to see him. Whereas you've also got Colin Salmon, for those of you who've seen the likes of was it James Bond film? What was that James Bond film? It was in GoldenEye, I think it was, and also oh no, it was Die Another Day, and also no, I can't remember. Anyway, GoldenEye, yes, and also Resident Evil. The black dude, basically, British guy as well. Okay, was once actually touted to play the next James Bond. Believe that if you will. He plays a character known as Walter Steele, and between him and Mrs. Queen, the pair of them do not seem well. They're not what you're seeing, basically. Especially Mrs. Queen. That's all I'm going to say. Here's the other thing. His sister is played by. Okay, see, this is Thea Queen, played by Willa Holland. Now, he mentions her by a nickname. Not going to say what the nickname is, but it has been hinted as to what role his sister may play sometime later on. Who knows? Okay, as the show goes on, you never know what's going to happen. Now, remember, this is the start of Oliver Queen's journey as Green Arrow. Okay, so everything's still quite basic, like the arrows, for example. He's got a few high-tech, arrows are already input. You've then got Katie Cassidy, as I say, who plays Dinah Laurel Lance. Will she be Black Canary? We do not know as yet. So she hasn't got the canary scream just yet, or the canary cry rather. Whether or not she will get that, whether or not that's actually going to happen, again, no idea. But as I say, put it all together and it looks amazing. Oliver's best friend is a guy called Tommy Merlin. Again, something really shady about him. I'm not, I'm still at two minds about him. What I've got to say is I've got to give credit to Stephen Amell. The guy has worked tirelessly for this role, and it shows in the pilot episode, the workout that he's done. He's done some free running, because the moves, the action, the fight scenes are just wow, the guy has worked his socks off, and I have to applaud. Okay, Stephen, seriously, well done, my dear boy. So, without giving too much away, all I'm going to say is, you guys, if you haven't seen it, see it. Please, for the love of God, you've got to watch this. I think this is definitely going to be, for me, it's my replacement for Smallville. Okay, that's all it is. It's always been my replacement for Smallville. As soon as I heard that it was in development, and I heard that the pilot was well received, especially at Comic-Con, this was, for me, was my replacement for Smallville, and it's doing well so far. Two things I've also got to mention. If you have not watched the series Lost, I would suggest you skip the first 10 minutes of this episode. That's all I'm going to say. Do not watch the first 10 minutes if you have not seen Lost. And if you've also seen Twilight, there's a dig at that as well. So not going to go too much into it, but I love the fact that it references pretty much the 5 years that Oliver has been missing for, presumed dead. We learn about a crime boss by the name of Adam Hunt, and you know how Oliver is going after him. We actually find a bit more, as I say, regarding Mrs. Queen. As I say, she's not what she seems. Okay, so yeah, if you've read Brightest Day, the DC Comics events that occurred just after Blackest Night about 2-3 years ago, Moira herself does feature in that event. So if you've read that, you'll probably have an idea as to where I'm going regarding Moira Queen. That's all I'm going to say. Robert Queen, Oliver's dad, unfortunately, he died on the when the yacht went down. There was also another person, well, two other people on the yacht with them, and one of them is Laurel Lance's younger sister, Sarah. And that's all I'm going to say on that one as well. That's all I'm going to say. But overall, fantastic. Good opener. Well executed. Great plot. And as I say, Amell is in top form. This guy looks like he's going to rock. I mean, he is going to rock this character. He's definitely going to make this Oliver Queen his own, just like Justin Hartley made the Smallville version his own. But I think Amell is... yeah, I could worship the guy if I wanted to, but I'm not going to worship him that much. But like I say, brilliant. Wow, yes, fantastic. Seriously, a few hints as to what's going to come. As I'll say, you know, you watch the episode really carefully. There are a number of hints as to what's likely to come. There is a shot of the Deathstroke mask, which isn't actually a spoiler because it has been shown in previews and trailers and whatnot. But I thought that was a really nice touch for anyone who didn't even have any idea what was going on. And if you have no idea who Deathstroke is, look it up. Okay, that's all I'm going to say. Look up Deathstroke and you'll know just how awesome that character is. And is it possible we'll see him? Who knows? We know that Deadshot's going to be appearing. We know that the Royal Flush Gang are appearing, and also Huntress will be appearing as well. So some very tasty episodes occurring, and also China White. She is very, 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 as far as I'm concerned, she's probably the most pivotal villain throughout the entire series of Arrow, as far as from what I can gather. And again, if you haven't read Green Arrow Year 1, you better read it because she features heavily in that, and again gives you an idea of where the series may be heading towards, especially the first season. That's all I'm going to say. So to finish off, like I say, yeah, well done. That's all I'm going to say. Can't wait for the next episode already. It's like going back to the beginning of Smallville. You know, the first episode, the real taster, gives you a real idea, good idea of what to expect from the series. We do know how Smallville ended up. If you haven't seen it, please do spend the next 10 years of your life watching it if you dare. But seriously, no, I think it's really done so well. It's gotten right. I'm looking at the tweets right now as they're flowing through. People have been retweeting all day today that it has picked up it was the most watched premiere on the CW in 3 years. Okay, 4 million views or thereabouts it amassed, which is pretty awesome for a show of that caliber, to be honest. I mean, there's not many people who know about the character of Green Arrow, and you know, to have that much people watching the premiere, it's a good sign. So let's hope it continues. That's all I'm going to say. Let's hope it continues. So let rip, children. Let me know what you thought of it. A couple of things I also want to just add. If you're not following Green Arrow TV on Twitter, please do. I'll put the link at the bottom. Also, if you're on Google Plus, okay, if you're on Google Plus, we have set up an Arrow page on there. I'm one of the managers on there, or yes, I'm one of the managers, so I am looking after that page, and it's solely all going to be all about Arrow. So again, I'll provide the link at the bottom. Join it if you've got Google Plus. If you're on Google Plus, join it, and I might even do a live discussion. Probably not tonight. I was thinking of doing it tonight, but might probably do it this weekend, so we can discuss a bit more. Talk a bit more about the spoilers that appeared and where we think the show's going to go, who we like best in terms of characters, and who do we think is shady, who do we think is evil. But yeah, as time goes on, I'll let you people know what's going to happen. So as I say, Green Arrow TV, I'll link them at the bottom for the website, as well as the Twitter page, and of course the Arrow page on Google Plus as well. So it's all go from here, people. Destiny has certainly left its mark. Oliver Queen is back in Starling City. Thank you all very much. Good night.